In this video, we're going to create AI animations based on a Hunyuan video model, and we will going to work with the keyframes. So it's meaning right here we have our beginning frame, our ending frame, and we're going to create animations between those two keyframes. This way we can generate a very long video by splitting our animations on a keyframe and generating videos between those keyframes. It's almost same like traditional animations, when the master animator can draw the keyframes and betweeners was filling up animations between them. So in our case, our AI model, it will be that betweener, and we are the will be key animator. Well, keep it in mind, we will have some limitations because we are running this on local machine, and I'm running on RTX 3090. And this is limited to about 24 GB RAM. Of course, if you need to run something better, then online services like, for example, Vdoo can provide that solution. I have a video before. I highly recommend for you to watch this, while showing how you can create a quite bit long animations based on the keyframe techniques with these services. They are using quite a bit beef up hardware on the side, so I cannot perform here in my local machine, and because of that we'll see how we can work around the limitations that we have on our computers. We're also going to look on some interesting models right here, which is help us understand how our key animation work and also help us expand it. For example, right here workflow, we look how we can utilize the flux render with the Hunyuan video generations. The reason we want to look on this, so in the future we can utilize better key or a text prompt to create a beginning and end frame and after implement. Well, so let's go ahead and start with this. Before we even begin this, let me put some red flags about this approach. That is work very well if you have a 24 GB video card. You can utilize with 12 GB, but you need a reduced size. The reason is because we are loading a big model here. It's very convenient to have it on one place, but if you have a video card with smaller VRAM, then you can separate it to the point, maybe just create separately render image, basic image with your flux, and after import this image and utilizing render later. Well, in the flux, we have it very. By the way, all this workflow what I'm showing or a link to all of these tools will be down below in the descriptions, and as well you can downloading those workflows and try for themselves. If workflows not included in some of the models, because developers many times provide their own test workflows that I highly recommend for you to use. Okay. Let's look right now first on our flux if you forget. And by the way, I'm using ComfyUI latest version. Install it. If you don't know how to install it, check my video where I speak about everything about ComfyUI, and most important, how to install manager inside of ComfyUI that will help to install missing nodes. This is all generic nodes and flux coming with installation of ComfyUI. However, you may be missing some of this like text, encode, Hunyuan image to this. Then when you upload it, there will be a red color. It's mean node not found. So easiest way to do is going inside the manager, click install missing nodes with analyze. In my case, I don't have any missing nodes. Select them, click install, and after this, be sure you restart your server. You can try restart from manager, but it's for me honestly like 50-50. Sometimes it's work okay, sometimes it doesn't not work. So to avoid this, I usually go and just click cancel, close my server and restart it again. Okay, well, this is we cover nodes. With some models, you'll notice right here like we have special clip models and other things. And if we're using in this workflow, most likely if you're using Hunyuan before, you already have this, and most likely we'll use them in another workflow. If you don't have it, I will provide link down below for you to download them. Many of them have very good instructions where to put it, but just in case if instruction is not there, let me show it in directory. For example, right here, you'll notice I have it my models, and inside models you will have it clip vision. It's a Llama 3 vision, and this is what vision kind of help you to direct. It's well located in clip vision, again directory. This is kind of explanatory. The next most important is check models, checkpoints, and checkpoints for our diffusion for our animations will going not in a checkpoint directory. They're going usually in diffusion model inside here. You can create additional subdirectory, like for example of Hunyuan video, or you can name how you want it. But general the checkpoint models will going inside there. We also have it other with like a LoRa's right here, and you can see I have it some LoRa's in. Again, name directories as convenience to you. If you name them differently from what is in the path, when I say in the path, if we look, sometimes you'll see right here they have a special path, then it will become red, says we cannot find model, even you already download this model. Then just click on this name, select the properly model, and that will fix. Save your workflow, so next time when you load it, it will read from proper locations of those files. And of course, all the files, I will provide link to all of them. For example, right here, you can see even all path. And by the way, just till I'm opening this page, let me show it down below right here. You'll find this Keyframe JSON. It's what we based on that workflow. So you can just download it, this JSON file, open inside the ComfyUI by going inside the workflow open. Navigate to that JSON file, open, and then you will have your workflow for the keyframe. So you don't need kind of record it by the hand and try recreate it. Right here also you'll notice all convenience most of the models. Some models will be missing, and I will provide link for these models down below for you so you can download it directly from the path if they're missing from that big list. Okay. So let's go ahead right here. For example, we're going and we'll just save this path as we're working. And notice what we have. We have our classic flux. Next, we're going inside our actually Hunyuan video now. Notice we have it our load clip vision. This is help us to encode our special for Hunyuan vision clip. And usually this is very also common. So if you ever in the future decide to create your own kind of workflow with Hunyuan vision, I would recommend reference this one as the base because it's have it very well defined and nice setup. Right here we have a clip loader, which is called Llama. In including Llama model in this, it's allowed a large language model, which allowed very nice decoding on the definition of what you want to see, and that is really related quite a bit with like camera rotations, camera positions, more with animations, because it can work very well with this. And that's the reason why we're utilizing here tool clip models. We're also loading our diffusion model. You can see right here, this is Hunyuan video image to this. Okay, let me just reposition a little bit. We have it, the sampling converting to our stable diffusion 3. It's meaning 1024 by 1024. So we're converting to higher. We're going to guider, and also if you know we utilizing flux, and because we utilizing flux as example, create a larger models, we'll need it utilize also using special negative prompting. So we'll go to this in a second. Okay, right here we're preloading all necessary via our decoders. We're loading our loaders for the clip. Next, we're going to this special one, Hunyuan image video. If you don't have it installed any nodes specifically for Hunyuan video, then will be red. Remember, go to manager right here on the top, and from there click to install missing nodes. So that should be good. Inside here you'll notice you have your width and height. This is important to understand for the image, and most important because if we're utilizing this 1024, so this will be different size. You want to be sure you have the same size. You can create external dependency, just correct both of them work at the same time. But for the simplicity of the workflow, I did not include it. As well, if you want it, you can put it right here, decode image resize inside here, and read directly values of these images in here. This is, as example, will be in another workflow. The next we have our sample, custom, advanced, and notice what we have. We have our separation. Usually if you have a case sampler, okay, let's go and set case sampler, like right here. Inside here you will notice you have your steps, you have your noise and other options. So because we utilizing a little bit different sampler, more advanced ones, we have our noise as separate creating, we have our case sampler select as Euler, we have our scheduler as well here as a sample, so we connect it. If you connect noise, be sure it's set to the 1, because there will be no noise and we need add noise to our image. And we have it also our guidance connecting to our flags right here from videos. We have it latent space we created, go to latent space, we have our positive right here, the guider with a based on a model. And if you look inside, we have it our noise connected, our guider connected, sampler, but we have it sigmas separate from our schedulers, and we have it a latent image. And remember, the scheduler is just how effect, and why I call sigmas, because it does have this kind of curve. If you're more interested in how the sigmas, case sampler, and everything work together, I think some time ago, and I will probably put a link also for you, or you can check where we gone more in the flags and with the digitalization. When we work on those images, we kind of look a little bit closer how those work together, and you can experiment there, because that will produce a very good result. And we have it our video decoder, and of course we have our output on an image combiner. Couple things I recommend for you here. First, we'll go switch to different resolution. Usually it's a H64. It's more designed for 1080p. 265 more designed towards 4K compression. So we'll select these ones, save everything, and I want to be sure my save output set is true, because in some other workflows by default it's maybe set to false, so your image or your animations won't be saved, and you maybe want to save this. Okay, this is how I just explain very simple how it's going. So now you understand how the steps working. Let's go now work on our keyframes. In a keyframe, we do create our image before. Remember, like right here where we render our image with flags. This is also model. If you separate it, it will take less memory, because every time when, for example, you work with a flux generator, you need loaded flux model in the memory, and you need to load now Hunyuan video in the memory. So it is convenience, but it is require much more resources. Well, let's look on this workflow. What do we have here? We have it loading 2 images, and this images also resizes. If you notice on the bottom of my image load, I know precisely precise size it was done, so I put them inside here. You can change. This is also could be readjust and reoptimize, or creating a different file size. But for now, we'll just leave it like this. And next, by the way, this workflow, what you see, it is based on this JSON keyframe native. So this is the same workflow. Only just separate couple things from here. Okay, this is our image preparation, and you notice right here we have it actually other encoder. If we look before, we had our kind of encoder here, which is work. This is a little bit different because we need our start and end frame, and this is where happen also encoding for the latent space and for the model. Okay, so this is a magic on the start and end frame. We also do have it a similar dual clip loader, same like before, which is including same llama and clip eye. So very, very similar. You find what was before. We have it our prompt for the condition encoding. We also have it right here. We have it our VL loaded right there. But here's a little bit different. So we have an additional block which currently disabled, and it's a bypass. So it's meaning it's there, but data passing. We can look after how it will increase little bit quality, but with the price of the more memory. And because right now we try to minimize use of our memory. By the way, this model, what you look frame to frame, it is very nice, but I are pushing on even 24 VRAM, 24 gigabyte VRAM. Honestly, sometimes I've gone a little bit over, so I would don't recommend for you. 8 GB probably won't run. Well, maybe run, but extremely slow because start swiping memory. And I'm not sure about 12 GB. You definitely will need to reduce size of the frames and everything. If you decide to try, let me know how it will work for you. Okay. So right here you can see we have a diffusion model also preloaded, and those models, again, the video, you remember I show you where you can preloaded them and select from there. If they're missing, you can select on your path. Also, if you need it right there in original, you'll notice it's have a link where you can preload it some missing. But if you want, you can click from here, or again, I'll just put all links down below in descriptions. Okay, next we have it loading pre-model, and then notice how many models we're preloading. By the way, this is preloading. It's not just a model, it's a loading LoRa, which specifically design optimization to work between as a keyframes. That is a secret sauce of how make that work. Okay, right here we have it model edit. This is our keyframe with conditions, and next we have it similar things like before. If you remember, we have it our scheduler, sampler, random noise, and model sampling. It's all separated, so it's nicer. And here we have it our custom advanced sampler, very similar to what we have before with video. It's the reason why I want you to see, so I understand it's a small kind of set, and now we add a little bit more complexity to this. From at here we have it our output, which we have it to our tiled output. And notice right here we have a tile size 224. You can match by to 225. Just play around with this, see which work. You do want to have it overlap. And this is, you can increase tile size if you have it bigger VRAM, or if you have it smaller, you can try reduce tile size as well, because that will affect, you can have it run out of memory if a tile is too big at this time. Okay. This is our connections. We'll just get started and images as before. We have it control image. We have it image size, and this is what is reading ours. You can use it similar in other areas. So before, if you saw the simplicity, so from there you can actually link. We have it color matching. We used that way before, and this is another node. If you notice, this is KG nodes. Those is possibly can be read for you if you never used it before, but I highly recommend download those. Remember, manager, install missing nodes, and from here you can install those nodes. Every node that I'm using right here, we used it before in our previous videos, and if you work with those, you shouldn't even install, because when I try with these workflows, they work just fine. None of the node was come up red with our previous. So it's the reason why I do recommend for you to watch previous videos, see when we work with a different type of the projects. In this case, you'll kind of have it already set of the nodes that very useful to use in other projects, and you can see this definitely. So right here, of course, we have it our concatenate our image, and we're going to our combiner. So the magic, it mostly will happen around here, and of course in our sampler. This is similar as before, where we can preview input output image, what is going right here, and our set save output. By default, this will be off. I would recommend turn it on. And we're also couple points. Let me point this time kind of showing you. One right here, we have it our frame rate. So it says by default 24 frames, which is have it nice smooth animations. If you're doing more anime or other animations, I would recommend drop maybe to 12 even frames per second. But this is also related, if we're going down here, to our frame number of the frames. So if we look right here, you see tile set 256. So and right here, as I was experimenting, it was a little bit different. So we probably want to match some of this stuff here. And we have it 33 frames right now. You can increase. You can also calculate, for example, 16 plus 16, it's 16 frames per second, will be 32 frames. So this is will be a little bit more than just by like 1 frame or 2 frames, then 2 seconds. So this 33 will create it more. The more memory, more frames you put it, it will take more frames, more memory requirement. And in some of my experience with my video card 24, when I was creating big videos, it just produce noise in the end, literally just noise. It's not even good animation. So just be sure you kind of find sweet spot for producing your images. And if you think you can create nice here experimental, it's nice to create those animations, but we do have limitations on our hardware, so we'll just work with best what we have from this point. Well, this is all what I want to go over our workflow. Just have it small points to showing you how it's work and where you can modify. And of course, many of these will the work kind of like in a Flux model. Well, let me know what you come with, your workflows you're interested. Thank you for all your comments and likes and support of this channel. This is greatly appreciated. And thank you if you're watching all the way through, because this is tell YouTube that video is a good video, so it's kind of promote. And thank you again. We'll see you next time. Bye.